happening, family? Good morning. Welcome back to the channel. Today it's gonna be a little bit of digital. I'm gonna call this one Truck Talk. I think I might name this episode 1. Those of you who come back to the channel or new to the channel, thank you for stopping by. Like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. I got about 48 videos. This might be 49. I got a variety of videos. Get your little brown paper bag, shake it up, put your hand down in there and grab something, and I guarantee you're gonna like it, whatever you grab. If you don't, like I always say, I got it coming. It's on the kettle cooking, boiling, getting hot, ready. So I hope y'all morning is going good. We got us an apple, we got us some green tea, and I got a peanut butter and jelly sandwich. We got a little PB&J. So today is just gonna be just ride out with your boy. I'm gonna give y'all some tips and everything, you know, as a rookie driver. So we already did our pre-trip this morning. We already got that accomplished. So now, okay, first things first, we're gonna talk about equipment as a rookie driver. So, as a rookie driver, you always need to be, and this is my opinion, you always need to be focused on the road. You don't need to have your music up loud. You need to be listening to your truck. Okay, your truck's gonna tell you a lot of things about what's going on. For instance, like, I can tell when my truck needs an oil change. It gets this distinct noise in the, I can hear like the pistons and everything. I can hear all that. It's got this distinct sound that I know that I need an oil change. And the reason why I say don't have your music up is so you can hear around what's going on. I give you an example. One day I had my radio up, blasting, jamming out. And next thing you know, boom, loud, thump come up on my headrest. So I'm like, what is that? Look out the mirror, blew a tire. Not saying that would have happened if I'd had my music down or not, but you can hear more, and you're more aware of things when your music is turned down low. So, okay. But we'll get into that later. But right now, guys, so I like to run my truck between 68 and 70, and that's all going to depend on how heavy my load is. If I have a double. Now, the load that I have right now is about 72,000 pounds. So I'm more comfortable. I like to run it at 70 or 69, 68, somewhere around there. But on my gauges here, I have a green little line in there, guys, that let me know where I'm probably gonna get the best fuel mileage out. And I like to stay in between there. Also, when this is I guess person to person, but since this is my point of view, I'm gonna give you guys my point of view and my perspective on things. So first, we got to pick somewhere to start. We're going to start off with how I pre-trip, okay? How I think you should pre-trip, okay? Get a system, okay? Once you get a system on how you do things, your pre-trip, you do that every day. Every day. Every day you start this truck up, or before you get this truck, that includes putting your landing gear down, hooking up your airlines, your electrical, everything. Get a system. Now I'm gonna tell you my system. Before I even start my truck up, I'm looking at it, checking it out, just giving it a visual, okay? And then after I give it a visual, I open up the hood, I check my oil, I check my, see if my power steering is still full, my antifreeze, my windshield washer fluid. I check my hoses, my belts. Remember I told y'all this before in the previous video, CDL. I'm looking for anything that's cracked, damaged, or leaking, okay? Right now we got a hairline crack in the window, but never mind that. I'm looking for anything that's cracked, damaged, and leaking, guys. And then the next thing I'm gonna do, I'm gonna pull on my belts. I'm gonna give them a little, make sure they not flapping all over the place, you know. And then I check my brake. I look at my brakes, look at my tires. Make sure, definitely want to make sure you still got some brake pad left. Checking out your tires, make sure they're the proper depth, or if anything funky is going on with them. Then I'm gonna come inside. I'm gonna start my truck up. Okay, I'm gonna do my brake test. Okay, I'm gonna check and make sure my vents, all my vents on my heaters working, my defrosters is working. Make sure my lights is working. I do have a button on here where if I push it and then my lights are just, you know, left blinker come on, right blinker come on, brights and things of that nature. And then after I do that, start it up. Okay, then you know I get the rolling. I pick up my load. Okay, I already did my inspection on the truck part of it, so I'm gonna inspect the trailer. So on the trailer, when I inspect the trailer, it's sort of kind of the same. I got a system. I hook up my electrical first. I get that out the way first because I already got my hazards on, so I can check and make sure. As soon as I plug the lights in, them hazards are gonna come on the trailer. Okay, and then I put my airlines together. I start from red to blue, and I take them off that exact same way. Okay. Then I go. I pull my flashlight out, check up under, make sure my fifth wheel is locked. Go around the trailer, check the tires, check to see if there's any big old holes in the side of the trailer. Make sure the light's working, of course, and check the pads. That's in the tire. That's pretty much all you can do when you're picking up a trailer and everything. And then when I come in here, guys, this truck here specifically likes to run hot. It doesn't. It hates the cold. I do too, by the way. So normally this truck, around 200 is what it likes to be at. My oil, I know when I'm running, I'm at 40 or just under. When I'm idling, I already know that's going to be around 20. So, you know, my battery, you check your battery, you know, you it should be technically between 12 to 15, but you always want to be at least halfway in there, you know. Your fuel, that goes without saying. Obviously, if you don't have fuel in there, then, you know, it's going to show you what you got in there. You know, my air prep, you know, of course, you know, that's going to cut off around 120, 125. And halfway mark. Usually, sometimes it can be before then, it can be after sometimes. I have seen it do it a little bit late. Like a delayed. My boost, guys, I like to keep my boost, I'm gonna say between 15, anywhere from 15 to 20. That's where I like to dwell in that. Also my front axle and my rear axle, I can pretty much be probably really within, I want to say 500 to 1,000 pounds as to let me know how much weight I got on here, how it is, you know, how much weight we pulling. And guys, always carry the load. Never pull it. And from my years of driving, when you carrying the load, especially when you're up north like we are, we just want to be crazy all the time. You're more susceptible to being somewhat secure to the road, somewhat. Now, I'm not saying that it's going to be 100%. No, that'd be a big lie if I told you that. Because once you hit ice, I don't care how heavy you are, you can slide and you can lose traction. Ask me how I know. Because I have done it. I've done pretty much done a lot of things. Now, to my rookies, think you want to get into trucking, do your research, okay? And don't ever rush. What you put into trucking, I'm a firm believer, is what you will get out of. So if you're lazy, guess what? It's going to show in your work. It's going to show in your drive time. It's going to show on your clock. It's even going to show as a person. So when you're coming into trucking, guys, if this is something that you're seriously thinking about doing, don't be lazy. You know, we already get a bad name, and I some of it I get it. You know, I see guys parking on rest areas, right? My fellow brothers and sisters, not everybody, not all. It's one of these things, you know. Trash can be within, I don't know, probably 10 seconds, and you at the trash can. And guess what I see a lot of us doing? And I'm saying us because it's truckers that do it. Yes, you do have four-wheelers that do it too. But I'm talking about us, because I want us to do better. So I see guys throw their trash out, piss bottles everywhere. Some guys even sit the trash on their trailer or on their step. Like it ain't, you know, it's gonna fall off, of course. We know. So don't be lazy, guys. first starting out, guys, you gotta build up your tolerance for driving long. It doesn't just come, you're not just gonna get up here and just, oh yeah, all I gotta do is drive. If you think all you gotta do is drive, some people think that, you know, it's easy. You gotta work your clock. Of course, you gotta do paperwork too. So it's not just driving, guys. You gotta strap loads down sometimes, unstrap. You got doubles that, well, if you got doubles, you know, if you're a hopper guy, you know, you got things that needs to be done too. So what I'm trying to make, if you're lazy, guess what? You really ain't gonna get too much done. But take your time, guys. In this game, you're gonna learn something every day. I want to say my first couple of years, actually. And this was just I don't know if this was a rookie mistake or if it was just straight up solely me. Okay? So I used to, when I would go into reverse or drive, I'd kick that thing and drive and just be on the gas pedal already. The gear ain't even had a chance to change. So, and that, you know, that can cause problems too. So, and then a lot of people think they can back up these big rigs, guys. Okay, so when you're backing up, take your time. It ain't worth you hitting something, because that's gonna go on your record. You're gonna be mad, your company gonna be mad, and if you're like a driver like me, I take pride in being in between the lines straight. If I'm pulling up to a dock, you know, and got a bag in, I want to be as perfect as possible. So you just got to take your time on that, guys. Take your time. You know, learn your equipment, guys. I would say my first 6 months, I rode without the radio on. Going back to that, just so I could hear, because I used to work on the rigs, on the oil field, and everybody, you know, tool pushes and all that, just listen to the rig, you know. And I'm like, man, if you don't get out of here with all that, listen to the rig, it'll talk to you, guys. That is true. Listen. All you gotta do is listen. Listen on that rig, just taking and listening. You can have earplugs in, and you can still hear the flow of the rig. And if something's off, you already know, you know. Just like your truck. Listen to it. So don't have your radio blasting, I guess, when you're first starting, guys. Just get a feel. Listen to all the strange noises that you never heard before. For the first 2 weeks you're in that truck, collect data. Analyze everything. What noise is this? Or if you're in a truck with a trailer, what noise is that? What is this? Ask questions. Look at your gauges, especially when your boost goes up, when your water temperature goes up. Okay, so I'm going up a hill, a big hill. So it's naturally that's gonna go up higher. Okay? Listen to your truck. Take a few weeks to, you know, do it. And like I said, for the first 6 months, guys, I would always do that. Have my radio down, just listening, trying to get a feel for all the noises and everything, so when I hear them, I can understand. Walk around your truck. I don't care if it's 2-3 times a day. Pop that hood. Look at everything. Feel. touch, smell, you know, if it's something leaking, you know, get an eye on it, see where it's coming from, follow your lines and everything. So just to, you know, save yourself some trouble or build a big bill in the long run. You know, that's why we do pre-trips and everything. So this is one thing that I guess I want to say I started out, I didn't start out like, you know, I already knew what a big hill, mountain and stuff like that. I was already driving down those, like Donners per se, in California, in Utah, man, up and down. But Donners was the first, even in Vegas, man, going to Vegas, man. But Donners was the first hill that I actually had to learn how to go down and what gear to be in. If it ain't nothing that you take, you have to learn how to go down the hill. Yes, you'll see drivers going down these hills, and I always wondered to myself, man, I'd be like, how are they able to just haul ass down this mountain? Donners used to scare me, guys. Not anymore. Okay? But I always used to wonder, you know, how come these guys ain't taking their time going down the hill? You know, they just, gone. And they tell you, see an accident, whereas though you be like, yep, I'm not gonna do that. So when I'm coming down the hill, a big hill, guys, or up in mountainy hills and everything, the gorge, I got my gear selected already. I already know what gear I want to be in, and that's also going to depend on how heavy my load is. You know, obviously, if it's heavy, I want to be in a way, at least, you know, a couple gears, maybe 3 to 4 gears down. That's just me, though. That's how I feel comfortable with driving. So, learn your drive, and once you get how you drive, don't let nobody, unless they're giving you advice or, hey, you should do this, this might help you out, shift that way better or this way. But once you get it, guys, it's pretty much nobody can tell you how to drive. You can just improve your drive. Because if you try to drive like somebody else, it just ain't gonna work well for you. Ask me how I know that. Well, I used to try to drive all the big Peterbilts and everything. So, sure did. But it didn't work for me. So, yes. There's a time when I first started driving, and we family, we talking, we just doing it, you know, we truck talking and everything. I couldn't drive in 30-mile-an-hour wind for some reason, guys. It might be funny, but I couldn't. I would have to literally pull over and wait till it dies down a little bit. And as the years, you know, progress, I don't even think about it. 30 miles an hour, I can get going. And then you gotta know your truck that you're driving. Know your truck. have a lot of people, a lot of things are being automatic. So you guys might get into the trucking industry. You might be driving an automatic. And you know, if you're serious about the craft, get it, everything you can get out of it, if this is really what you want to do. For years, I was so terrified of getting my doubles endorsement, guys. I don't know why. I just would say to myself, man, why would I want to drive a double? Like, why would anybody want to drive a double, man? That's just stupid. You gotta unhook the thing, hook. Sorry about that, y'all. The camera died. Man, I had y'all in the pot, man. We was just starting to bubble. I had the heat on high. It was getting hot, man. So I noticed that this camera, I don't know if I need a new one or if it's the battery. But we just had to do bits and spurts of it. But I wanted to give y'all a tip, another tip, guys. Let's say you go, if something's wrong with your truck, you send it in to go get it repaired, right? Ask them if you can go back there while they're changing or whatever they're doing, fixing the truck, and show you around, show you how to do certain things, show you what they doing, talk to them. Say, hey man, I just needed to get this, this, that, and the third. Say if it's a filter or something somewhere. You're as a rookie, you're not gonna go back there if they'll let you go back there and have them show you. Now some people where I go at, they don't mind. If I got a question or something, they'll take me back there and this, that, and the third. But some people, companies, they may not want you back there because they may feel as though he may start doing it on his own, which very well may be true. But where I go at, they don't mind. So, and I still go there. So, but that's a tip. That's a tip right there that y'all can use. You can, you know, you never know until you ask, guys. So I'm gonna come right back. I'm gonna let this camera, I'm gonna cut it off, and we'll come back once I get to where I'm going at. So we'll come back. See y'all in a minute. Alright guys, I'm gonna bring this truck talk video to an end. I believe it's long enough. Don't want to hold you guys for too long, so I thank each and every one of y'all for watching the videos, coming, stopping past, and seeing what I have inside this great old goodie bag of mine that I got. I appreciate you. Like, comment, and subscribe, and we shall see y'all on the next one. Peace.